Hi, everyone. It's Linda G coming to you live from Northern California. Glad you guys can see my dog's bowls. So how are you guys? I'm very happy to be here. I want you to know that I wrote last night that I thought he was going to be guilty. Kyle was going to be guilty because I saw him crying. So what I didn't realize is you have to say, is he crying because he's not guilty or because he's guilty? Because he was crying. Or did you see the video when they were even putting him in the chair to get the verdict to come back and he couldn't stand? He was collapsing. I think it was just relief on his part. The whole thing is very sad, because really it's his mother who should be in jail. And it's very sad that you can shoot someone and disable them through the hip, shatter their pelvis, and then go up to them and shoot them 3 more times till they're dead, and that's considered not guilty. But the judge said if you find that it was self-defense, basically that's it. It's a done deal. And I think the prosecutors blew it too. That's what I'm feeling. So but I want to tell you guys, there's a young lady named Dion, and she is the Psychic News Network. Her name is, I think somebody mentioned her to me, Annette Dion, D-I-O-N. I'll put it on here. She only has 357 subscribers, but I think she's doggone good because yesterday she said she saw him getting off. And so when she said that, I thought, uh-oh, because remember, I kept seeing either the 2 different, so they can't try him again, but maybe this will be the civil case or whatever. The bottom line is, while he's off, he goes to the Proud Boys and hangs and takes photos. So he'll be a hero to some, and he'll want that energy. So as this thing dies down, I see him doing more. Do you remember that man that killed that guy? And like he acted like he was a neighborhood watch. I can't remember his name. And then he got in more trouble. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen to this guy. He beat up his girlfriend and stuff. So trouble will follow him. I'd like to say he learns his lesson and realizes, dear God, don't let me ever show up with this gun. But I'm almost feeling this sort of opened the door for others. So it's like almost everybody's going to walk around with some way to defend themselves. It's not just these people who say, they can come to another town and say, get out of our town. But I just feel, and the police did not do their job. They did not make it a safe environment. So this probably is where the lawsuit's going, because he doesn't have any money. His family doesn't have any money. So justice is mine, saith the Lord. So anyway, there's Dion. I'll leave her thing. Her and I are going to do some sort of 20 minutes of peace for the world. We're going to do that this Sunday. And then we also want to do, we're going to do a mutual video with each other, because I think you guys will like her. I think she's probably, there's a lot of good psychics, I love all of them, but I want to intro her and let's get her 1,000 subscribers so she can go live. Okay. But she got it right. She got it right. But you know what? Her and I were the same on Youngkin. But it's interesting because I talked to Sterling about this too. I saw a whole bunch of votes sitting in a warehouse. Like they said, the Dems didn't show up. But I feel like there's a whole bunch of votes sitting somewhere. I don't think Youngkin is part of that. I think someone else wanted to make sure. But like I told you, it calms people down because, oh, well, since Youngkin won, the Dems don't own us anymore. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. All right. So let's look at Kyle real quick. What's the outcome for Kyle? I'm going to throw on this to make sure I'm dead on right. Not me, my guides, you guys. It feels very sad about him. And here's another chance. You remember OJ had another chance, even though, he had another chance that he blew it. still looked for trouble. So here's his mother. Here's being very joyful, okay? And here's some medical problems or medical issues. That's interesting. So my question to you, my guides, what is his future? Does he take this lesson and he runs with it? I see a book. They all write books. He'll be a hero to a lot of people. It's a shame, a hero for shooting someone and while they're down, going up and shooting 3 more times just to make sure they're dead. The future doesn't look too good. So right now he's really happy, but he's got the 5 of Swords, which is more battle, the coffin or the needing to rest. I think he wants to feed off the energy of everybody liking him, but when that calms down, it feels like he might try to party hardy, but in the wrong way. Karmically, it's not good. Yeah, he might even get involved in drinking or something. You know, I don't wish bad on him, even though he murdered people, but his soul energy knows that what he did was wrong. And we know what he did was wrong. And it was on video, for Christ's sakes. There's some cases where you don't have a video of the murder, and sometimes it can be up in the air. But somebody said if the color of his skin was different, he'd probably be hung. So that's what I'm getting. Okay. Okay, hold on. They're telling me that the police departments, when there's any kind of rally or protest, are going to be, because you know the police were very, very rude to people and mean. They cause head injuries, they push people, they can be very rude. Of course, a lot of them that won't get a vaccine are leaving. But I do see the police department really making sure, no, you're not going to carry that in here. That's what I saw. That's what I saw. That's what I saw. And then he sat there and lied and said he was EMT. And oh my God, did he get away with murder? And part of me, when the judge was sitting there, I thought, if he's found guilty, will the judge turn around and say, this is a mistrial? Because the judge set it up. That's why they needed that confusing paperwork. In fact, I do see some of the jurors talking about it, and I see them still quite not able to figure it out. They'd rather say he's not guilty because he's young and everything, and because the judge set that up. If you find it's self-defense, then you can't say he did anything else. That's what I see, because I saw a lot of people very perplexed as far as what should I say. So yeah, this judge put him in a weird predicament. Tell us about the judge. What's the future for the judge? He's been voted in ×3 with no issue. I see somebody bringing up something on him for review. He'll be a hero to some. Sorry, guys. Yeah. He absolutely thinks it's perfect. Did you hear him tell the jury, you're absolutely perfect. I think you're the best set of jurors I've ever had. So that's because you did what I told you to do. So yeah, he's over here thinking he's king for a day. Will they bring up something on him to be looked at? Yeah, but I almost feel like it's a nothing burger. I just feel like it's so anyway, that's who he is. Somebody was saying that some of these judges, these judges that are voted in for, some people are saying they have judges that are voted in for that are just as crazy as him, if not more. So that he will never be on the Supreme Court, you guys. So listen, I want to say real quick, I want to say thank you to Katie in Princeton, New Jersey. I got a big box from her, and she sent me a whole bunch of books of the Treasury of White House Cooking. And it's not the same as my book. So who knew that there were so many books written? Look at this one. This sucker's old. Look at this. The White House Cookbook. I love old books. You know, so anyway, yeah. So the girl that's helping me, we're going to do finally our first cooking class next week, and it's going to be tostadas the way my mom used to make it. So easy peasy, but some people really like it. But also I want to bring up Katie Hahn. She did a book called Magic Nights. Here she is. Magic Nights, and what it is a treasure map and travel guide to the ocean of power and possibility in your sleeping mind. I'm going to definitely get through this one. She sent me an extra copy too. FYI, anybody need it? Okay, so I'm going to send Katie, if you're listening, I got it from Angel Heart, and I'm going to send you a nice thank you. Okay, so we have questions. All right. Okay, here we go. Well, this Kyle thing's coming up everywhere, you guys. Mel just called me. He said, "Yeah, did you hear?" No. I was sitting in front of the TV. Okay. The jury was told that if he was found acting in self-defense, then all lesser charges had to be dropped. Yeah, it's been one heck of a sideshow. There will be accountability, is what I want to tell you. Listen, he knows what he did was wrong, but he thought he was king for a day. He has some issue. It's not, I'm saying that he's mental, but I feel almost like that Trump feeling where they don't get it. They just don't get it. He thought he was big man on campus, could go in there lying about things. He was really loved that gun and was anxious to use it. And he's a murderer. So, you know, it will haunt him, you guys. So don't think he got off. His soul energy has been damaged for sure. Ela wrote me and she said, I'm worried about water supply in Arizona. So many people moving here. What do you see? The water supply in Arizona. The water supply in Arizona. So the water supply in Arizona. Oh, I see that you won't have a water supply problem probably within the next 7 years. But I see you still being able to have water, but I see water coming in, but I see Arizona getting wet. So I just feel like water's being brought in like big time, like we here in the Bay Area. We have water coming from the Hetch Hetchy, and we have the water shipped to LA. So I feel like water shipped or some sort of canal. That's what I'm seeing. And I see drilling, so I don't know what that means. I see drilling. So, oh God, what do you guys think of that, McCarthy? Sitting up there for 10 hours talking trash. Oh my God, the border. Oh my God. And then I guess he wrote on Twitter, oh, the Dems have left the house, you know. It doesn't stop me, because I guess he had just talked to Trump. And he has to prove his worthiness. You know, I just got to tell you, I really think that, but you know, I've gotten two things wrong. Youngkin, but I still see there was a lot of votes in the warehouse, but it doesn't matter. Youngkin won. A lot of people said he was going to not win. And I saw Kyle, but Kyle's not over yet. This show isn't over yet. This is a flash I got, and we'll see. Let me just bring it up. I even feel like one of the jurors might say they were pressured or something. I'm almost feeling a juror where they investigate this, where they have to bring this up. That's what I saw. Okay. So let's look at Kevin McCarthy. Will he ever be Speaker of the House? I just heard no, it's Thursday. Well, Kevin McCarthy. Remember I told you when the Senate doesn't go to O'Connell, I felt him just walking away like he's done. Will he ever be Speaker of the House? What's that tell you? No, he really hopes he'll be Speaker, but no. Sitting under the tree of life, disappointed with what he's handled. But is it because we have to look, you guys? No, it's decided he's not it. But is it because the Dems win, or is it because they choose a different speaker? Let's look. In 2022, will the Dems, independents, whatever, be able to hold the House, be able to hold the House, and Pelosi is still. (2022) Congress. What's going to happen? I just saw Nancy Pelosi smiling. Congress, what's going to happen? A new marriage, a new beginning. Battling, a lot of battling, a lot of oh, absolutely, yes. So it may even look bad. We may even think, oh shoot, maybe it's still close and that's hard, but the outcome is we're successful. So this is a good sized battle. There's going to be some ugliness going on here with Congress. Okay. Yeah, somebody wrote me, Michelle said, are the Democrats going to tough up and start running the media game and making sure the Republicans' trash is not forgotten? Absolutely. And also, they're going to come out of the Trump thing. You know, that's what somebody said. Obama and the other guy running in Virginia mentioned Trump about 25 times. People are done with the Trump thing. I know it's bad and I know he needs to pay, but they don't want to keep hearing it. You just bring to the table what you're going to do for this country. That's the main thing. Just keep saying what you're going to do for this country. And that's why people are going to win. I often, and I've told you guys this before, I feel him handing something over. So remember how he won the 2020 election? I've got a check here, a check for you, the Americans, and I'll put a shot in every arm. That's what, hello, that's how he won. Okay, now of course I just accidentally hit off my thing. Here we go. Okay, let's get into the questions. Yep, Robin, you just predicted it. Robin said someone thought the judge may have acted the way he did to give the defense lawyer a reason to ask for a mistrial if Kyle was not acquitted. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. I think I almost felt when the judge was saying we've got, and would you read the verdict? I had this flash like, uh-oh, if they say guilty, he's going to say mistrial. That's what I got. There will be more lawsuits. He's gotten, oh, George Zimmerman. That's what I got. George Zimmerman. It's that same kind of doomed fame. OJ too, doomed fame. He's not going to take this and be a great civil person, and he's going to lay in the fame for a while, and then he's going to act like a big shot and mess himself. I see substance abuse. I see something going on, and then he's just, I don't know. He can't hold a job. He can't pay attention. Okay. Oh, a lot of you guys felt the same way. Sorry, you guys. I definitely felt he was going to be hit because I saw him crying. That's what I put in my thing. I saw him crying. So I thought, oh, he's guilty. Yeah, some JL just said the victim's family can always sue in civil court. And the judge's office rocker. And I don't see him paying, except maybe people will throw such a big fit about him. But the judge is ridiculed. That's what I'm getting. He doesn't like that. Will it end the career of the judge? I didn't see it ending him right now, but down the road, I don't see him going out into fame and fortune. It was very ugly what he did. He set this up, you guys. He set it up. But the prosecutors didn't take it up and move with it. You know, in Virginia, that guy, when he said, "Oh, you know, I don't think parents should have anything to do with what teachers do." I mean, he blew it. He blew it. Okay. He'll go to court again, and I feel it's because of a big lawsuit, and I see them finding him guilty. He is absolutely guilty. Pat Lee said, question, I'm exhausted by the cray-cray of the last 2 years. I guess my question is, WTF? In all seriousness, I understand we're in a turbulent transition. I understand I choose to be here now to help however and whenever I can, but I'm exhausted. When we as a collective be on an even keel, well, you know, we're never quite on an even keel. You know, this whole universal ego thing is about resistance. We as human beings are continually creating resistance. It's always got to be some, it's the Russians, it's this, it's the Chinese, it's this and that, the Japanese, you know, it was wars and rumors of wars. Why we can't just chill out? It's not something, it only happens when you're on the other side. So here's what you do. Don't even, like, I rarely watch the news anymore. I watch Turner Movie Channel so I can watch old movies. I watch movies. Oh, tomorrow I'm going to see Ghostbusters. Tomorrow, the new one. I got tickets for me and my boys. Who are you going to call? Yeah, there's definitely going to be, Joni said, some sort of federal charges, definitely. So anyway, in all seriousness, we are in a turbulent, and it's not just this time. There's tons of time. Can you imagine living in the UK during World War II, not knowing if your house was going to blow up, living on rations, not knowing how you're going to feed your family? There's a lot of turbulence, you guys. And we, as we get a little more comfortable, we get looking for trouble. So what you got to do is stop listening to the news, because the news feeds it. You know, I've told you guys this. They make money off of turbulence. So we've got to slowly but surely just stand down from it and only put out good vibes out there and get off the Trump train. He's going to get his, don't worry, but get off the Trump train. Okay. 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 Oh, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Sammy Joe said he committed a federal offense taking a gun across state lines. They're going to open up that door. Because remember, I always saw two. So there's two. So if he didn't get it on this one, there's another one coming up. Okay. What? Cherry said, I just want to thank you for all of your predictions. Just checked MSNBC website and they say we can now call the 22 midterms. The GOP wins. Yeah, and remember, Hillary Clinton was going to win too. So don't trust the media. You know, it's funny, Dennis. Dennis asked, was the NRA involved? And I don't feel the NRA was involved. NRA is just barely holding on right now. I see they would have liked to have been involved, but I don't see them involved. What do you see happens with Gosar? Gosar was hung in another life. I just saw that talking to Melissa today. I did a reading with Melissa, Sacred Fire Psychic readings, Melissa Free Range Psychic, and I saw him being hung in another life. Gosar, what's the outcome for Gosar? I got to tell you too, before I get into Gosar, I just want to tell you, I just saw Kevin McCarthy just being a nothing burger. That's what I saw. Trump's over there like handling the puppets, but he's going to ruin them. Even if Trump was to win, which he's not, he wouldn't use Kevin McCarthy. He thinks he's a wuss. And he already said something negative about Trump. Gosar is not good, you guys. He's not good. So they're over there. In fact, they shouldn't have said it out loud. They shouldn't have told everybody, if I become, Kevin McCarthy says, if I'm speaker, I put Gosar, Boebert, Green, all of them back, Matt Gaetz, all of them back. No. Gosar is going to have to leave, and I think it's because of fiscal reasons. I don't think he's doing well. He's not doing well at all. He's kind of a whack there, but I'll tell you, they believe these lies. It's a whack job. So Gosar, okay. So CJ Cap says, why does Tucker Carlson spread misinformation? Money. Just like Green and those other guys, and they yell these outrageous things. They're a clown act. That's the same thing as Tucker Carlson. He's a clown act. So more people watch. They love to watch the clown act. They love to hear this negative, ugly things about people. There's the people that are into Trump, Holy Rail. Trump will not run in 2024. I do not see him running. You can wish till the cows come home. And I think when Trump goes out, and I'm not quite sure how, but that it's almost like people are going, oh yeah, well, I didn't really know him. It's almost like, remember I always saw the repubes jumping ship. And it's like people are just, they're going to be in for a surprise. I don't see, they think they're going to win. I would tell you if I fear it. Yes, I do fear it. But my guys have been telling me for a while. So we got to trust something they're saying. I think the next bill, Lori, is going to pass, the new bill that's going to the Senate. I don't care if Manchin is whining, because I do see a couple of Republicans voting for it. So they don't need Manchin. I know. Justice for Bannon. Hey, I got a little good news. Bannon asked the judge, or him and his attorney asked the judge, if he could have more time to collect things. And, he's trying to offset it. Judge said no. So Bannon has to get on board and get this thing done. I see Bannon being in trouble. I see him going to jail. Let's look at Bannon. Let's go. Let's look at Bannon. He's really a heavy drinker. You see how his face is that's his liver all messed up. He's really a heavy drinker. So I don't feel good about his health. I mean, this guy took money from Trump's people, and Trump still forgave him and gave him a pardon and spent it on himself. And he acts like he's walking through the crowd and he don't stink, and he stinks. Okay, so he's looking to hold things up. He's getting stuck. I'm telling you, this isn't working out so easy for him. So justice will be his, saith the Lord. Ooh, look at all these. So the thing is, they can't force him to testify, but they can definitely sanction him or get money from him. I even see a little bit of a thing, but it's not a big thing. Okay. This isn't the thing that's going to take him down. He's doing the rightful thing towards Trump. He's trying to be a good old maggot, but what's going to happen with Bannon? You know, I got to tell you guys, the Trump thing is going to go, and all these people, their voice thing gets taken away from them, and he'll try to work behind closed doors, but his health isn't good. His health isn't good, so he only has a few years to create trouble. But I see him being in trouble and being them, you know, either he'll be thrown in jail and fined, but he won't testify. I don't see him. I thought maybe he would squeal and say, you know, there's a bunch of people I feel that they're going to act like, oh, I don't have to do that. And then when things happen, they're like, oh, what? No, okay, I'll tell you. Just like the guys in that other case that's going on right now. The one guy could see the painting on the wall, the writing on the wall. And he said, I'll plead guilty. And they said, nah, you're too late. So that one, I don't feel not guilty. That one, I feel like these guys are going to be found guilty. I worry about Alexandria Ocasio. Kate wants to know, is she going to be okay? There are people, ugly people out there that want to hurt her. I feel like she has to live very carefully. I do feel other people are more worried about her than she is worried about herself. And I almost feel like if something happened to her, she'd like, well, you know what, then it doesn't feel like she's that frightened about it. It feels like she's like, whatever, but I'm not seeing anything happening. She's cautious. She's cautious about where she goes and what she's done. She's treading over difficult water. She's protected by a realm outside of herself, a very powerful realm. She has a lot going on. There's a lot of energy. Like she's always thinking we should do this and that. She's sort of above and beyond what she represents. She's an orator. She reminds me of Stacey Abrams. When she talks, she's wonderful for such a young kid. Now she's got the Tower with her and the Ace of Cups. Maybe she's going into a relationship. She might be going into a relationship. Oh yes, she's getting ready to fall in love. Okay, so no, I don't see anything bad happening to her. Not right now. I see her holding on. She has a future. Although I tell you what, I think her right now working in this realm of this whole thing, thank God she was in there, but it feels exhausting. It just feels like you're just fighting and fighting and fighting. And she's losing the luster or the desire. It's not as fun anymore. So I just feel her looking at other opportunities. Well, here they come. They knew I was reading. Coppers are on their way. So yes, knowledge that I think the Senate will pass it, and I don't think they need mention. I could be wrong, but I'm scared now because I got two things wrong and I tend to be right a lot of times. But, you know, I saw him crying. And maybe the other guy did win. So yeah, the Arbery trial, they will find guilty. I did see that. Yeah, Desantis has a $62 million war chest. They exaggerated that, by the way. Yeah, they want Rittenhouse. Matt Gates would love to offer Rittenhouse a job to work for him. I don't know if that's true. I see he's the new hero, so he's hoping people will like him because he got Rittenhouse. I see people kissing Rittenhouse and, oh, yay, but Rittenhouse isn't going to do so well. It'll be like that George Zimmerman. But DeSantis with the $62 million war chest. Now, let me tell you something. I don't see DeSantis winning again, but let's double check. DeSantis, will he win? Will DeSantis win? Florida. Bad news. Hopes and desires, but bad news. Here's DeSantis. Here's the mystery behind the scenes. I think he has a clue that he might not win. He's got the Knight of the Cups, like the offer, upside down. And then it's weird, everything's upside down. So here's all the money. He likes the money. Judgment is coming. So what is it? What is it? Packing his stuff and heading out. That's what I used to see with Trump, remember? I used to show you guys this one. I used to say he's going to have to pack his stuff and get the hell out. And he won't be happy about leaving. Although I think he thinks he can run for president. That Val Demings, I feel very strong like she'll win too. I feel Val Demings in Florida. Let's look at Beto. Beto, he's going to run for governor. Now, before I saw him winning as a senator, but then when I was doing the readings, any of you guys have watched me for many years, I stopped in midstream because my guide said, no, unfortunately, he's not going to win. So I said, oh, you guys, he's not going to win. I was really upset. And sure enough, he didn't win. But when they said that, I felt like he had something else to do. So let's check it out. There's a lot of ugly people in Texas, but I think there's more good people than bad people. There's some lawsuits on this voting thing. I think there's some lawsuits coming up on this voting thing. So I just want you to know that there's some things that you think they got it in, but they're not. There's something very racial profiling about it. Okay. Matt Gaetz, I want you to know, will be prosecuted. While Trump was in office, they literally shut down almost everything. So don't worry about it. It's coming back up. Let's look at Beto. Beto, what's the scoop? Are you going to win? He's got a strong woman with him. The cycle has changed. A lot of mysterious things, a lot of energetic help. He feels stuck. Okay, behind him is because he's lost before. Before him is all kinds of offers. Here's the judgment card. So it's like a power is with him. You know what I'm saying? 10 of Cups in his house. He comes in as the Knight of Swords in his hopes, dreams, and wishes. I think he's going to know what he's saying. I think he's going to know. There's something about the way he presents himself, almost can even be military, like take no prisoners. So I feel him coming in and saying this. He has a way of saying it. You ladies and gentlemen, this is the right way to do it. That's what I'm feeling. And look at the outcome card is the 10 of Pentacles. Hello. Hello. So, but it's a little strife before he gets there. So, you know, did you see that guy that had his dead wife? She died of cancer. And they showed that she had voted, and he was like, he was on Fox News. That goes to show you there's some legitimacy in all this stuff going on with people stealing votes. Because I never saw it. I never saw that ballot. And oh, he was all over Fox News. And then they found out it was him. Him that did it. And he had to plead guilty. So yeah. Another piece of good news. I told you about Bannon. The judge would not allow him more time. And there's a really good piece of good news, you guys. DeJoy. Okay, so the president is about ready to bring in 2 new people because one is retiring December 8th, and he'll bring in his 2 peoples. And DeJoy should be out of a job as prophesied by the end of this year. So this is good. I see DeJoy going. There's just too much. Even if the people there think, well, actually, I think he's doing a good job. If you'll notice, they're all getting bonuses. They're cutting pay for the people delivering the mail, but they're getting bonuses. So I see him going because it's just too much ugliness. That's what I see. So DeJoy is a goner. So anyway, this Kyle guy, we can't, you know, he's the town idiot. I mean, it's just, he's a loose cannon. I mean, to think that he could do this, and his other friends didn't do it, the other people who was around, but he really thought, but now that he's getting off, it's going to corrupt a lot of energy. You might see more of this, people thinking they can get by with this. So I'm sorry, but that's what I see. And remember, I told you there's terrorist cells. So there's some stuff coming up in the United States, but we will fight back and we will win. And justice prevails, because those young men that died, they're not really dead, you know, they're on the other side. And it's like, it's okay, we're okay. Because they forgive him, believe it or not, they forgive him. But they also worry that this verdict would be something that opens the door for other people to think, oh yeah, let me do it. Yeah, you could probably do it in Wisconsin, but try that in California, it won't happen. All right, you guys, I gotta head out. My sister's coming over in a couple of minutes. And I do have another quick reading, not on my show. I'm going to be on Ron's show. He just sent me the link. Where did you send it to me, Ron? Hold on. And also you can, where are you, Ron? I hope he didn't send it to me. I don't see him. Shoot, Ron, I gotta find you because I gotta go on your show. I might have to call him. So also, you can still get June at Angel Heart for You, and then I'm going to start on my Wix, Linda G. Comanche Psychic, on my Wix, where you can book with me beginning in July. Okay, so beginning in July, you can book on Linda G. But until then, if you want one in June, you can book. The last month I'm doing with them is going to be June. Also, hold on. What else do I want to tell everybody? Also, the Sedona thing is going to happen. Because I'm going to do it. I'm going to have. I need to do it to help pay for the last bill and this bill. I mean, they came at me with another bill, so it's a long story, but we'll sort it out. And then I told you again that the cooking show should start next week. I'm gonna do tostadas that my mom used to cook. Okay. All right. So I'll talk to you later, and you all take care of yourself. And I'll be back on this Sunday with Sterling. Ciao.